Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show. And what a start to the new year for South Africa. And what a start to the new year. This was the first test match which was being played today between South Africa and New Zealand, where right now it stumps on day one, and South Africa are 252 for 3, which is being played as the first test match of the series, which played at Newlands in Cape Town. And you'll be thinking, oh, South Africa made only 252 for 3. But let me tell you that there is a story before South Africa actually batted, because what happened was New Zealand were bowled out for the third lowest test total in the history of the game, when they were bowled out for just 45 runs. And what a start for one-on Philander, who displayed some excellent seam and swing bowling to register figures of 6 overs, 3 maidens, 7 runs and 5 wickets. What a proud moment Vernon Philander had there, coming back into the South African side after that injury and really proving what a missing cog in the wheel he is. 6 overs, 3 maidens, 7 runs and 5 wickets. Splendid bowling. It all started, in fact, New Zealand were all out for 45. So New Zealand have had a dreadful start to the new year as far as test matches are concerned, and South Africa had I would say they had a great start to the new year in 2013. So well, toss started with New Zealand actually winning the toss and actually electing to bat. And as rightly suggested, they went in for Chris Martin. Bruce Martin was left out of the team. And well, New Zealand started off with those openers, and now you'll be hearing the story of how Vernon Philander went along dismantling this New Zealand innings for just 45 runs. In fact, Martin Guptill and Brendan McCullum also is the captain of the team, is leading the team for the first time in a test match here in South Africa. And Martin Guptill and Brendan McCullum were the ones who opened. Vernon Philander, right from the every over, if you see 6 overs, 5 wickets, so that means every over he has taken 1 wicket. And what he did is the first over, only 1 over probably he has not taken a wicket. Well, the first wicket to go was Martin Guptill, who edged an outswinger from Vernon Philander into the hands of de Villiers. He was gone, caught de Villiers, bowled Philander for 1. So that was the first wicket. The second wicket to go, Brendan McCullum played all over a good length ball from Philander. As he saw the ball crashing into the stumps, he was clean bowled for 7 with 1 boundary. The next man to follow, that made it 14 for 2, and at the same score it became 14 for 3 with Vernon Philander claiming Williamson LBW in fact he claimed Dean Brownlee, who was gone, caught by Smith in the slips of the bowling of Philander for a duck. And that made the score 14 for 3, and then they slipped to 27 for 4 when Williamson was an LBW victim of the bowling of Philander for 13 with 2 boundaries. 27 for 4. It became 27 for 5 when Brian Watling, who got a very good delivery from Vernon Philander, and he was gone, caught de Villiers bowled Philander for a duck, and that was the time the New Zealand score was needing 27 for 5. After that, initially it was Vernon Philander all the way. The first 5 wickets fell to Philander, and that's it. After that, it was all wrapped up by the Franklin's wicket. Next to go was Franklin, as Morkel caught Smith, bowled Morkel for 1. So that made the score 28 for 6. And Dale Steyn, as you know, he was just 1 wicket away from taking 300 wickets, becoming the 4th South African to do so, and also he became the second fastest as far as South Africa were concerned. In fact, he picked up his wicket in his 61st test, and what he did was the ball that he produced to get Bracewell was a real beauty, as the ball actually pitched outside, and he actually took his off stump, and Bracewell was gone, bowled by Steyn for 2, which made the score 31 for 7. Jeetan Patel was the next to go, which made the score 38 for 8, as Morkel claimed him. Jeetan Patel caught Amla, bowled Morkel for 5 with 1 boundary. Trent Boult followed him to the pavilion, caught de Villiers, bowled Morkel for 1, and Flynn, and all the demolition job was done before lunch. In fact, 19 minutes to go before lunch. Daniel Flynn was the last to go, who was waiting there, but he couldn't get any support whatsoever. He was gone, caught and bowled by Dale Steyn for 8 with 1 boundary. It was all over for New Zealand. The innings was wrapped up 19 minutes before lunch with New Zealand all out for 45. In the first session itself, they were all out for 45. The bowling figures, as I said, Dale Steyn went on to take his 300th wicket in Test cricket, 7.2 overs, 2 maidens, 18 runs and 2 wickets. But the man who demolished New Zealand in this new year on the first day, or the first Test match which was played in the new year, was Vernon Philander. 6 overs, 3 maidens, 7 runs and 5 wickets. Top quality swing bowling. Morning Morkel, 6 overs, 2 maidens, 14 runs and 3 wickets. It was all wrapped up. 45 overs. The spinners were not even pressed into service, and New Zealand were wound up for 45. As far as South Africa were concerned, well, South Africa didn't have a good start. Graham Smith was the first to go, got a good delivery from Bracewell, as he was LBW bowled Bracewell for 1, and that made the score 1 for 1. But after that, South Africa, Hashim Amla and Alvaro Pietersen stitched together a partnership of 107 runs for the second wicket, with Amla as usual playing his strokes, carrying the ball through the covers, carrying the ball to the fence, and Alvaro Pietersen, as you know, he mixes. He likes to play the pull shot. He plays the drive well, and that's what he did. And both of them pushed the score on 108 before Hashim Amla, probably a bit of a careless stroke, not a careless stroke, probably a bit of I would say overconfidence. One could say probably Hashim Amla was LBW Old Franklin for 66 with 9 boundaries, which made the score 108 for 2. And then after that, there was another big partnership which happened, and that was between Alvaro Pietersen and Jack Scalise. And Jack Scalise, during that partnership, what he did, he scored 60 runs to be caught Watling bowled for 60 with 5 fours and 2 sixes, and on the way he became the 4th person in the annals of Test history to go past 13,000 Test runs. What a proud moment for Jack Scalise. And they finished at 252 for 3, with Alvaro Pietersen not out on 103 with 11 fours and 1 6. De Villiers keeping him company, not out on 19 with 3 boundaries. 252 for 3 was the stump score on day 1 of the first Test match of the new year between New Zealand and South Africa, which was played at Newlands in Cape Town, with South Africa leading by 207 runs. And I think the signs are absolutely ominous for dangerous for New Zealand now, because South Africa will probably ensure that they never ever bat again in this Test match, and put up such a huge score, put up a mountain of runs, and see to it that they never bat again in this Test. That would be their primary goal, according to me. Well, look at the bowling figures. Trent bowled 13 overs, no maiden, 1 for 53. Bracewell 17 overs, 2 maiden, 1 for 77, a bit costly. Chris Martin 12 overs, 2 maidens, none for 38, bowled well. Franklin 9 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 23. 13 overs, 1 maiden, 59 runs and no wicket for Jeetan Patel, the spinner, only spinner who bowled on that particular day. Well, so right now from here, so as I said, it's a very onerous task for New Zealand. They have to get quick wickets, otherwise South Africa, looking at the batting order which is to follow after, first they have to get rid of Alvaro Pietersen, A.B. de Villiers, then they have Faf du Plessis. Dean Elgar is making his debut. He is also playing, so he will also get his confidence back after bagging a pair on his debut Test match in Perth against Australia. Robin Pietersen, Philander is himself an all-rounder, so I think they have a very, very tough task on hand there. But in the morning, if they could actually pick the wickets of either Alvaro Pietersen or A.B. de Villiers, that would really do a lot of good for them. Well, so New Zealand having a dreadful start to the new year, and South Africa having a majestic start to the new year proceedings. Well, so now as far as this match is concerned, it's all over. Stumps on day 1, 252 for 3, with South Africa 207 runs in the lead. Now the other matches which are coming up today is, one is the Test match which is coming up is between Australia and Sri Lanka. It's a dead rubber. I know for Sri Lanka it will be consolation to actually go on and win this match. One knows how tough it is to do it against with the Australians players in absolutely tremendous form, led by the captain Michael Clarke, who for me he is definitely going to take the ICC Cricketer of the Year award for 2012, amassing probably 2 triple centuries, double centuries. So that's a tremendous achievement by Michael Clarke, the Australian captain, leading the way from the front. And the news here is that Michael Clarke is going to play. Glenn Maxwell has been left out of the team. Team composition, absolutely yes, there is one very great significance in this particular Test match, and that would be Michael Hussey would be hanging up his boots as far as international cricket is concerned. He has decided to retire after the Sydney Test, and he would like to go in glory. And probably what Michael Hussey would like to see is that Australia trounce Sri Lanka 3-0 in this series. They already got two wins under the belt, and if they could make it a clean sweep, Michael Hussey would be very glad, and he would retire in a very I would say right fashion there. He truly deserves that for the way he has rendered such wonderful service to Australian cricket. And he's one of those Mr. Consistent batsmen, and I think he is going to make a real hole in this Australian lineup when he leaves. After that, Matthew Wade has been promoted to number 5, so that would be interesting. Mitchell Johnson is in form, Peter Siddle, everybody, even they have a very strong pace attack there. Mitchell Johnson, Peter Siddle, Mitchell Starc, Jackson Bird, who was pretty impressive in his debut, and they have Nathan Lyon. As far as Sri Lanka are concerned, they have lots of injury problems, so my money is on Australia to probably beat Sri Lanka, because they don't have Kumar Sangakkara, who could be, I mean, you know how good he has been before being injured. There's no Prasanna, whether Prasanna Javadin is a doubtful starter. They have problems in the bowling department. Chanaka Velagada is injured, so a lot of injury problems. So well, for the youngsters would get a chance. Dinesh Chandimal is a good prospect, so he gets an opportunity here. And other than that, it's going to be Nuwan Pradeep, the pace bowler, would come into the mix, and he will also get an opportunity. So it will be very interesting to see how things go. And there is some forecast for rain too. So there's one more test match, one more one-day international which is starting. As you know, India have to win this particular one-day international match, which is going to be played at the Eden Gardens in Kolkata, which been told by the groundsman that it is going to be full of runs, and the team which wins the toss will definitely elect to bat and score tons of runs and make the opposition really struggle. But for India, they don't have anything going their way, because they are down 1-0 in this one-day 3-match series, with Pakistan definitely wanting to actually win this match here at Eden Gardens in Kolkata and close the chapter and probably take a series win. What they're going to do as far as India is concerned, well, Virendra Sehwag and Gautam Gambhir has to give a good start. That's very essential. And well, they can, I mean, they have to put up a much better performance. We know the ball was swinging the other day with overcast conditions, so it will be interesting to see how the Pakistani bowlers bowl to India on conditions which is absolutely favored for batting. And other than that, as far as Pakistan are concerned, well, they are in some good form. Their batting is looking absolutely solid. Bowling is coming in a very nice manner, and I think we are going to have a good game. For the pressure is definitely on India, but as far as Pakistan are concerned, they are already 1 up. So, but I'm sure they don't want to leave anything to chance, and don't want to give India any chance to sneak in, and probably they would like to wrap it up by taking it 2-0 and then go in a very relaxed manner for them. But as far as India is concerned, India have to really have, it's a must-win match for them. If they don't win it, they are in trouble. In the sense, they would have definitely lost the series. So we have an interesting game coming on hand here at Eden Gardens, Kolkata. As I said, the team winning the toss is the one which will have an advantage. So it will be very important to see who wins the toss and whichever team elects to bat. So setting a target is going to be the game. As far as chasing is concerned, well, you know that is going to be difficult. There will be a dew factor coming into the picture. So a lot of things at Eden Gardens, Kolkata, one knows what really happens there. But all in all, so a lot of cricket happening. We have one test match already in progress, a sensational start there with New Zealand bowled out for 45 and Sri Lanka finishing with 252 for 3 on the first day of the first test of the new year. And as far as the other matches are concerned, Australia taking on Sri Lanka in a dead rubber in the third test match here in Sydney, and Pakistan playing India in a must-win match for India in the second one-day international at the Eden Gardens in Kolkata. With this report, I am ending my cricket show for today. Thanks for your company and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. This is your host Ram signing off for the day. Thank you.